Hello, hello, and welcome to another story time brought to you by ABC Read and ABC Learn, in which we are here for you to help you develop and nurture that love of reading in every child as well as every adult. How are you all doing out there today, night, evening, afternoon, real late at night, real early in the morning, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are around the globe? I hope that you all are feeling great in spite of, right? In spite of any difficulties or challenges that you are faced with. You please extract, take away the good, the positivity, all right, from those challenges and still keep pushing and moving forward. And I hope that you all have read or you're planning to read for at least 30 minutes, y'all. That's what's up. That's what we do. That's what we do. And before we get started with our awesome read aloud, I am so excited, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But before we get started, I just wanted to share with you all again another reading aloud benefit, which is when you are reading aloud, you are getting exposed, you are as the reader as well as the listener, to many different genres or different types or classes of books. So, for example, you have fiction, right? So you have books that are fiction, meaning what? Fake, right? Not real. Or you have nonfiction, right? That are real books, not fake. You have realistic fiction, all right? So books that are fiction, but they deal with real life issues. You have comic books. You have science fiction, fantasy, historical fiction. You have romance, right? You have all types of different genres, different types of books, graphic novels. All right. So when you are reading aloud, you are getting exposed to these different types of books. And that's what I got for you all. All right. And let's get started with this book right here that I've chosen to read to you guys today. Oh my goodness. I am so excited about this book because we just received this book in the mail the other day. And this is one of the books that we will be giving away to one of our local community centers here in Cleveland. We are so excited. ABC Read, we have used the different donations and the crowdfunding that we had and purchased the books. And this is one of the books that we have purchased. So we're so excited. Let's get started, y'all. Oh my goodness. Tamika's New Dress, written by Ronnie, Sidney the second. All right, and illustrated by Tracy Van Wagoner. Oh my goodness. You see this gorgeous dress, y'all? You guys see that? It's like an African type of print, right? For those of you who are familiar with this type of print. And you see the boys over here, you see the girls over there. So it looks like, what does that look like? You guys see the lockers in the back, so you see that they are in school, right? So what do you infer? What do you think the story is going to be about? Yeah, I see those girls kind of looking at this young lady, Miss Tamika, in her new dress. And you see the boys over there. See the one boy down there, he's dabbing, right? Lean and dab. Uh-oh, wait, can I do it? I don't need it, but all right, y'all, I quit. See, I give it. That's why I gave up my career trying to dance. I gave it up. All right. Well, let's get started and find out what Tamika's new dress is all about. And here is the title page. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And she's right. We have right here the foreword, which is an awesome read. Tamika is an 8th grader at Kemet Middle School. After Tamika gets into trouble for pushing another student, she's sent to the principal's office. Tamika, this is your 3rd referral this week. Mrs. Chen also told me that you have an F in science. What's going on? Tamika, you are one of the brightest students here at Kemet. I'd hate to suspend you. Please, Mrs. Lopez, don't suspend me. I'm so sorry. I'll pull up my grade and behave. Just don't send me home. I'm not going to suspend you, Tamika. Is there something going on at home? May I speak with the guidance counselor? Quote, I never told anybody. I just buried it as deeply as I could and kept people at an arm's distance. I never really let a person get too close to me. I was a kid and I had no power or control over the situation. I really wish I'd had the strength and the knowledge to say something sooner. Queen Latifah, American actress and recording artist, abuse survivor. Tamika's guidance counselor calls Child Protective Services and makes a report of abuse and neglect. Child Protective Services interviews Tamika and decides to remove Tamika and her brothers from their home. Tamika, my name is Mrs. Ross, and I will be your social worker. I'm here to help you and your brothers through this scary time. Where's my mother? Is she in trouble? No, she's not in trouble. Your mother is dealing with some tough issues right now and needs some help. Some really nice people are going to work with her to get her the help she needs. Fact. In 2014, Child Protective Services agencies received more than 3.6 million referrals involving more than 6.6 million children. The largest percentages of report sources of alleged child abuse and neglect were legal and law enforcement personnel, education personnel, and social services personnel. Where are we going? I spoke with your grandmother and she will take care of you and your brothers while your mother gets well. I noticed that you have a notebook with you. Do you like to write? Yes, ma'am. Well, I want you to write a poem about your life. Tamika begins writing in a notebook. Some nights I think about my daddy. He died when I was 3. I know that he's in heaven, smiling down on me. I didn't grow up easy. My life was very hard. I used to go to bed hungry, then say my prayers to God. Protect my brothers and me and keep us safe from my stepdad. Please don't let him hurt us whenever he's drunk or mad. My prayers were finally answered when my stepdad went to jail, but we had to leave our mommy because she needed to get well. I am a queen like Nefertiti and Zinga and Nandi. I will rise up like a phoenix and leave my past behind me. One week later, Tamika's grandmother enrolls her at Bland Middle School. Tamika missed her old friends but looked forward to meeting new ones. On Tamika's first day of school, she meets Nelson in Mrs. Gronkowski's class. What's up? My name is Nelson. Hi, Nelson. My name is Tamika. Nice to meet you, Tamika. If you need anything, Mrs. Gronkowski interrupts Nelson. Nelson, turn around and be quiet right this minute. After class, Tamika is confronted by Misha, the school's bully. You must be the new girl. Hey, light bright. You must think you're cute like Becky with the good hair. No, just because you're light skinned doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. I never said that. Nelson interrupts Misha. Misha, leave her alone and sit down somewhere with your black self. Oh, look at Nelson taking up for his little girlfriend. Note, colorism is defined as an intra-racial system of inequality based on skin color, hair texture, and facial features that bestows privilege and value on physical attributes that are closer to white. Late that afternoon, when Tamika gets home from school, Tamika's grandmother sees her upset and asks, Baby, what's wrong? This girl named Misha keeps bullying me. She teases me about my complexion and calls me names. Fact. The 2012 United States Census Bureau Current Population Survey reported that about 10% of all children in the United States live with a grandparent. Of children living with their grandparent aged 18 years and younger, an estimated 2.7 million grandparents were the primary caregivers for the children. Tamika, God made us all unique and special. You're beautiful and intelligent. And as long as you know that, no one should ever be able to make you feel differently. Do you hear me, baby? Yes, ma'am. Quote, it actually probably saved my life. It is the reason why I am where I am today because my grandmother gave me the foundation for success that I was allowed to continue to build upon. My grandmother taught me to read, and that opened the door to all kinds of possibilities for me. And that came from Oprah Winfrey. I have an idea, baby. Run upstairs and get grandma's sewing machine and African wax cloth. After Tamika fell asleep, her grandmother sold her a new dress. Fact. Compared to the other ethnic groups, African American children are more often raised primarily by a grandparent. These children are also almost twice as likely to live below the poverty line compared to children whose grandparents are not primary caregivers. The next morning, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful, Grandma. I look like a queen. You are a queen, Tamika, just like Nefertiti. I can't wait to get to school to show off my new dress. Oh, during lunchtime, Nelson sees Tamika in her new dress and nervously says, Tamika? Yes, Nelson, it's me. Wow, I like your dress. Thank you. My grandmother made it for me. Tamika grabs her lunch and sits at the table with Nelson and Jeremy. Who does she think she is? An African queen? Nelson and Lightbright sitting in a tree. Kissing. Tamika, just ignore those haters. Don't let them get you in trouble. Quote, I got teased my entire school life. What they were picking on, I don't even understand. It was my skin color. Then when I got older, it was about my breasts. But I'm not victimized. I'm grateful. I think those experiences were strategically put together by God for the preparation of being in the music industry. From singer Rihanna. Tamika becomes angry and starts to ball up her fist. Misha stands up and approaches her from behind. Oh, you mad? Do something about it. Nelson and Jeremy jump up to hold Tamika back. Sit down. I'm fine. You know what, Misha? I am an African queen. I'm beautiful, intelligent, and perfect in God's eyes. The way you feel about me is not about me, but how you feel about yourself. Ever since I came to Bland, you've been making fun of how I look, and it hurts my feelings. I'm not stuck up or think that I'm better than anyone else. Actually, I think you are one of the prettiest girls in this school. Do you really think I'm pretty? Misha, what I've learned is beauty is created by your attitude, behavior, and actions. So love yourself and stay true to who you are. The end. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, all right. How did you all feel about that book? And obviously, in reading that book, this book is more so for middle school kids, right? As you all can tell with a lot of the different content that they were talking about, a lot of it is basically that middle schoolers, 13 years and up, can relate to. And also, one of the things that I really loved about this book was how Mr. Ronnie Sidney, how he put in there the different facts as well as quotes from different people that are very well known in terms of dealing with the issues of bullying, dealing with the issues of child abuse, dealing with the issues of colorism, dealing with the issues of, just having, developing that self love, right? Because especially in the African American community, all of these different issues that he covered in this book, these are things that I know that I've experienced personally and that I've seen others experience. And so with this book right here, he really tackles it in a way that is relatable, I believe, to not only middle schoolers, but for all people, for all of us in particular in the African American community. So I highly, highly recommend this book. And when you are reading it, I definitely would recommend that this book be read for my adults out there. Read it along with your children, even if they are in middle school. Read it together because then you can have a lot of great conversation about these different issues. Because you never know, some of these issues that Tamika was dealing with, some of your children may be dealing with these issues as well. And reading this book can help bring out that conversation and that dialogue. All right. So, again, I hope that you all enjoyed this story. And remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos. And remember to keep reading for at least 30 minutes a day. Happy reading, family.